ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Sonic, WWE 318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE Survivor Series 2022 prediction video. Yep, the time of the Thanksgiving tradition of WWE has finally come here at last, as Thanksgiving itself has finally coming on, as we are here for, like I said, the traditional WWE traditional Thanksgiving, pay-per-view event. Huzzah. But this time it's a little different, because this year we are changing things up with a bit of war. Yes, as this year it's Survivor Series War Games. Haha, as we get two War Games matchup for each for the men and one for the women. Obviously enough. And obviously, at the time of recording this video, we are 0 days, 19 hours, 27 minutes, and 54 seconds away for the pay-per-view event itself from Survivor Series 2022. But before we get started with the predictions, obviously enough, I should point out a few things. One, I apologize for this fan going, but that is because I do not want to actually have sounds going on in the background to be disturbing you guys' progress with this video. So obviously I do apologize for this fan being going on, but at least I would rather you guys hear this fan than hearing stuff going on in the distant background. So I do apologize for that. So that's one number one. Number two, I do apologize if I do have slight coughs or kind of slightly sound hoarse in this video. Even though I'm pretty sure this video is not going to be very, very long, but don't quote me on that, thankfully. So going into this video, I'm hoping it's not going to be that long. So let's keep that in mind, guys. But anyways, once again, I do apologize for any sounding coughs or any kind of ways my voice sounds hoarse along the way. I am suddenly starting to start going over a sudden head cold, and I have a very, very sore throat. And all that jazz. So if I do sound or kind of anything goes wrong with this video for me in particular, that is the reason why. So with that said, that's number two. And number three, obviously enough, as I address myself, obviously, or address the freaking title of the video, I'm just calling it WWE Survivor Series predictions, and not adding War Games, not adding the War Games subtitle to it, because, well, it's just Survivor Series to me. Subtitle or not, it's just freaking Survivor Series to me. You didn't see me adding freaking WWE, TLC, table of ladders and chairs and stairs when they did it back in a few years ago. Now, did you? Okay. But all jokes aside, guys, though, I know that I do acknowledge that obviously enough, it's Survivor Series War Games, and it's going to be pretty extreme this year going into this pay-per-view event, as the things are actually going to be changing up itself in general, because obviously right now it's not Raw versus SmackDown. It's literally two different teams for both men's and the women's going head-to-head in war. Obviously enough, heading into this pay-per-view event, obviously enough, or premium line event, whatever. Anyways, all that jazz out of the way, now we're going to jump into the reason why you're here for the actual video itself for my predictions. So, with said and done, let's get started with these predictions, shall we? As we start off with none other than the United States Championship Triple Threat match between Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. My prediction for this match is going to be this right here, right now. I'm going to state this right here, that I feel as if that anyone can win this match for any particular reason. Because, one, Bobby Lashley, because obviously he has showed himself being very, very dominant between both the likes of Seth Rollins and Austin Theory as of late heading into this match. So there's that. Number two, for the same reason, just to prove himself dominancy for Austin Theory, because obviously enough, Austin Theory as of late, obviously heading out of this whole, Vince McMahon, run shit, and from recently being, losing the Money in the Bank briefcase, actually kind of reworking his character under the Triple H regime, finally at last. Austin Theory looks to be actually wanting to take himself so seriously. And what other way to actually let him do that, to legit get some freaking meat under his bones, to legit get some fire under his ass, to legit prove that theory under Theory's. Put that theory under Theory's belt and to legit make him look strong. So why not give him the championship match and make him look strong and actually give him some momentum going into that? So with that said, that could be the reason why Austin Theory can win this match. So whether it's Bobby Lashley or Austin Theory, dominancy is kind of their key for those settings. But obviously enough, we have Rollins, the champion himself, Rollins. Obviously enough, I feel as if Rollins should in fact win this match, so obviously to keep his title reign going strong, his somewhat character going strong as of late, I should add, as he's going for this somewhat tweener character here and there. He's neither heel nor face, he's kind of just riding the waves with the fans at the moment, just, doing his own thing as of right now. So why not keep building on that? So as I said, my prediction is while I can see anybody win this match for their respective reason, I'm going to stick here right now and saying that Rollins should retain this match. So as I said, Rollins for the win. Next up, we have AJ Styles taking on Finn Balor, with each man having their buddies on the sidelines, between OC being on Styles' side and the Judgment Day being on Balor's side. My prediction for this match is going to be going towards Balor to win this match, because obviously Balor needs some more time to shine and to get some more momentum under his belt, and as well to prove more dominancy for himself and for the Judgment Day themselves overall, as the brand of the stable has been doing pretty strong under this Triple H regime going ever since they've done their shits. And obviously, why not just keep the freaking fire going on, and just keep the fire going, stronger than ever. And obviously enough, like I said, Balor needs, it seems like the most, while it seems like, while most of it seems to be mostly under freaking Rhea Ripley, seems to be the one who's carrying the weight of the freaking team mostly. We need to see more weight onto both the likes of freaking Balor and Damian Priest. I mean, you can also say the same thing about Dominic, but Dominic is just somewhat they're their sneevily little mascot, you might as well say, for the Judgment Day. He's here or there. Yes, you can toss him in the ring and let him do some battles, but obviously enough, it's mainly your offense is mainly obviously the likes of Balor and Damian Priest, standing up for mainly the freaking tag team or the stable itself. So obviously enough, Balor needs to find his strong footing of his 2 feet and stand up on his own. So there's that. Even though it's sad to say it for Styles to lose yet again another match, because it's been reported, obviously not the factual fact, that AJ Styles has not won a pay-per-view event / premium event since 2019. Yeah, go figure. So over 3 years, going on 4 years, Styles has gone without a single win on pay-per-view / premium live event. Isn't that crazy, guys? So, will Styles finally get a win here? I don't think so, as my prediction is going to go for Balor, but if somehow Styles does win this match, which I can definitely see happen, then by all means, there's that. But if not, then Balor shall get my prediction. My prediction shall be correct. So instead, Balor for the win. Moving on, next we have Ronda Rousey taking on Shotzi in the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I don't know why I keep saying it for SmackDown Live, but that's just the way I roll with it. So let's roll with it, shall we? So, Ronda, Shotzi, SmackDown Women's Championship. My prediction for this match is simple enough, going for freaking Ronda to win this match, because obviously enough, it is clear as day, as we're going to, yes, we're most likely going to see Ronda carry the championship into both the Royal WrestleMania season, let alone the fact into WrestleMania itself, taking on whoever she shall face. Most likely it will be the likes of Becky Lynch, but that is then, this is now. So with this said, Ronda Rousey is most likely my prediction for this match. With this said, Ronda Rousey for the win. Even though I sadly say, I'm just freaking taking this big freaking big step over freaking Shotzi, but too bad. Ronda Rousey for the win. Now we jump into the 2 main big headline matches you should hear for the War Games matches, obviously enough. As we start off with the women, which is going to be Bianca Belair's team, which consists of Belair herself, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim and the returning Becky Lynch just announced to join the team of the ranks of Becky Lynch's. Becky Lynch joins this team of superstars, taking on none other than Damage Control of Bayley, the Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley herself from the Judgment Day join the ranks of the Damage Control and freaking Cross going into this freaking War Games match. My prediction for this match is simply going to be enough that I shall say right here, right now. Going into this match, before the announcement of Becky Lynch being announced on SmackDown, I shall say right here, right now, my prediction was most definitely going for Damage Control to win this match because, well, they haven't really been too strong as of late. And every single time that, yes, they had their share of wins here and there. Obviously, Belair has been pinned by Bayley at Clash of the Castle. There's one. Obviously enough, Dakota Kai and Io Sky have won the championships both from and off of freaking Bliss and Asuka. So there's that. They won them and then they lost them. So it's kind of a turnaround there. So yes, Damage Control has had their wins and has had their best effort over Belair and crew on that end. But and at the end of the day, it just seems like the majority of the time you just see freaking most likely enough Belair gets the win mostly over the likes of Bayley and Damage Control overall. Cause hell, there was a whole match recently that we've seen Belair carry the whole entire weight off of her shoulders and literally pretty much squash all three members of Damage Control. I do not remember what pay-per-view event it was as of late, but I know it was a recent one within the last few months that happened. I want to say, I don't want to say it was Hell in a Cell, but it might have been Hell in a Cell, but don't quote me on that. But whatever pay-per-view it was recently, I know it happened, and I know it happened because I remember it clear as day that it happened. So Belair has pretty much squashed and had run through all the Damage Control. Hell, like I said, within that one match itself. So there is that. So Damage Control itself really needs to get the strong stamp of approval, legit, finally get a good rub and finally get a good solid win over Belair and crew. But, now that we have this final announcement of Becky Lynch finally coming back, Becky Lynch coming back, just on SmackDown before coming on here to you guys, that has made my freaking prediction and turned out to a complete 180 to go on to this side of the spectrum. Because obviously enough, it's Becky Lynch. You're going to want to have her and her team have fired up and get plenty of momentum behind Becky Lynch for her to get herself a return, to surely get themselves a win. And now Charlotte gets a lot of momentum behind Becky Lynch and Bianca's team as a whole. So with this said, my prediction is definitely going towards Bianca's team over here to the left. Even though I'm pretty sure this may or may not be the left while I'm actually watching this video. Either way, Belair's team's over here is my prediction over Damage Control's team that's over here. Point being, Bianca Belair's team for the win over Damage Control. Even though it was heavily spectated, that it could have been the light. Hell, it could have. Literally. We literally just had Becky Lynch. Obviously, talks were obviously for her. It could have definitely. A lot of it was going to be Sasha Banks, myself included. I thought it was going to be Sasha Banks, so it could have been Sasha Banks, or excuse me. That obviously enough. If it was those two, definitely, this is where my foot still stands. Either way, whenever it was Becky or Sasha, this is where my territory stands right here. If it was one of those two women, it would have been, my prediction would have been here. But obviously, if it was anybody else that filled this last spot on Team Belair, for the likes of freaking Emma, to freaking Chelsea Green, to even goddamn Charlotte Flair, my prediction would have been right over here at Damage Control, right at the spot from where I was from the very start of things. With that said, if that would have happened, my prediction would have been right over here from where I started from. But like I said, since we have that freaking Becky Lynch come back, that has a lot of spark under Belair's team for the sure to go right into the War Games match and come out with the W once and for all. So with that said, while I would not be surprised if Damage Control somehow wins this match with the likes of Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross by their side, I'm going to go with Bianca Belair and crew to win this match. With that said, that team for the win for this War Games matchup. As now we jump right into our main event on the card, which is going to be the Bloodline taking on the Brawling Brutes and Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre. A lot of hands in this. So like I said, Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens taking on the Bloodline. My prediction, simply enough, for this match is going to be for the Bloodline to win this match because simply enough, yes, this could easily be a way to make the Bloodline take an L for once and make Rowan still look strong, but you rather not see come on guys, really? You guys really want to see Rowan finally take a freaking L and finally take a pin here? I don't think so. Honestly enough, Roman's definitely not, most definitely not going to take the L and take the pinfall until the time has finally come to finally do the thing. Yeah. So, yes. That is my thoughts on that subject. But still, Randy this aside, my point still stands. Roman Reigns and the Bloodline have been a strong stable since the very get-go, and they have not stopped ever since. They have never shown signs of stopping anytime soon. So the Bloodline is going to stay strong, and either way, no matter which way you want to look at it, this match is going to be a burner of a hell of a show matchup right here between these two matches. Between these two teams right here. They're truly going to go to war. They're going to give us a hell of a show right here in this match. But overall, the Bloodline is going to be the one that shows strong and overcome the match overall in the end of the State of the League. So with that said, the Bloodline for the win is my prediction for this match to close out this video overall. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for watching this video once again. Obviously enough, guys. Like I said from the very beginning, this is a Thanksgiving tradition. This is WWE's Thanksgiving tradition. So I must say right here to close out this video, I hope you guys had a swell and good Thanksgiving season between your friends and loved ones. And with this said, I cannot wait to see what Survivor Series War Games has for us here in store for us right here, right now, coming up as the show comes our way soon enough. So with this said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. And I shall see you guys next time for my review of Survivor Series War Games 2022. So with this said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm WWE3T, and I'm signing out. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.